Hey guys, welcome to Addelicious and I'm Aditi. The season of love is here and how can I not make something lovey-dovey to celebrate Valentine's with your loved ones or that someone special? I bring to you the Lovebug Dessert, strawberry jelly encased in a delicious chocolate mousse over a chocolate cake base. So let's start off by making the chocolate cake. The full list of ingredients and quantities would be listed down below in the description box. So in a bowl, sift together the dry ingredients, the all-purpose flour, the cocoa powder, baking soda and salt. Then add in the granulated sugar and whisk the dry ingredients together. Time to add in the wet ingredients, boiling hot water, oil, vanilla and white vinegar. Whisk it all together till everything is mixed through and you have a smooth and glossy batter. Time to bake it. I am using a 6 by 6 inch square tin which is lined with some parchment paper at the bottom. Pour in the batter and spread it around evenly. Bake it in a preheated oven at 180 degrees Celsius for 10 to 12 minutes. You know it will be done when a toothpick inserted in the center comes out clean. Let the cake cool for 10 minutes and then invert it onto a wire rack to cool completely. Let's move on to making the strawberry jelly insert, which is very simple. All you need to do is, in a mixer jar, add in the strawberries, the sugar and the water and blend it together till you have a smooth puree. Then strain it out to remove the seeds. Now it's time to add in the agar. I'm making it vegetarian friendly, but you can use gelatin if you want. Add in the agar, mix it around and then heat it till it comes to a boil. This will activate the agar. Once it comes to a boil, take it off the heat. Let's talk about the molds. So you can use mini cupcake liners like I have here or a small hemisphere mold, whatever you have. I have these plastic molds which are basically the lids of cupcake molds that I'll be using. Divide the puree between the molds evenly and then let them set in the freezer for 2 to 3 hours until they are completely frozen. Let's move on to making the chocolate shell which will hold our dessert. So I'm using the red candy melts to make the shell. Melt these in the microwave at 30-second intervals, stirring in between every time till you have a smooth melted chocolate like this. It is a little thick, so I'll add some melted shortening to thin it out till it reaches this consistency. So I'll be using this silicone hemisphere mold to make the chocolate shell. So put in some chocolate into the cavity and then spread it around to coat all the sides of the cavity. Swirl around the chocolate so that the chocolate is evenly coating all the sides and then tap out the excess into the jar and then using a scraper clean off whatever is extra. Once all the chocolate shells are made, place them in the fridge to set completely. Meanwhile, let's start making the chocolate mousse. It's very simple, you just need 2 ingredients. Add 1 part of the cream to the chocolate and then heat it in the microwave at 30-second intervals, stirring constantly in between till you have a smooth ganache. Once you have a smooth ganache, let it cool down to room temperature. Once it cools down, take the other part of the cream and whip it till you have soft peaks. Fold in some of the cream into the chocolate mixture. This is just to lighten it out. Once that is done, add all the chocolate mixture to the whipped cream and using the same electric beater, whisk it till you have a stiff mixture. This is what the consistency should look like. Now it's time to transfer it into a piping bag and your chocolate mousse is ready to pipe. Once the strawberry jelly inserts are frozen, demold them and then keep them back in the freezer until you're ready to assemble the dessert. To prep the cake layer, first remove the top caramelized layer of the cake using a serrated knife and then cut out circles of the cake using a round cutter of the size that fits the base of the hemisphere mold. Take out the circles and keep them aside until we are ready to assemble. Now that the shells are ready, it's time to pop them out first before we start assembling the dessert. So in the end, it'll be easier to remove the dessert. So you just nudge the silicone mold from the bottom and the chocolate shell just pops out like this. Look how shiny and glossy it is. Now that all the elements of the dessert are ready, time to assemble it. Pipe the chocolate mousse in the chocolate shell to fill it halfway. Then place the strawberry jelly insert in the middle and press it down firmly. Fill the shell with the mousse and in the end add the cake layer. And your dessert is ready to go into the fridge for 2 to 3 hours until the mousse is firm. So once your dessert is set, now it's time to demold them. I'll be placing them on these cardboard circles, but you can directly serve them on your serving plate. So the dessert would pop right out because we have popped out the shells previously, so it'll come right off, and look how pretty those look. You can eat them as it is, but I'm gonna change them into a love bug for this Valentine. Time to transform these babies into some love bugs. You'll need some additional ingredients, and those are some white and black fondant, some black candy melts, and some heart sprinkles. I've cut these out myself and let them dry so they harden a little, but you can use ready-made sprinkles if you get them. So using the black fondant, I'll take out a small piece and then roll it out to make a head and check if it looks proportionate to the ladybug, and I'm happy with this, so I'll continue doing this for all the dessert. Now roll out the white fondant, and using a pastry tip, I'm going to cut a smile for my ladybug's face. So I'll cut out circles, and then using the back of the piping tip, I'm going to cut out another circle to create a smile like this. Then using a little bit of water and a paintbrush, I'll stick the two hearts to make the eyes and the smile we just created. And this is what the complete face would look like. Isn't it adorable? Take some black candy melts and melt them in the microwave at 30-second intervals, stirring in between until it is nicely melted and smooth. And then transfer the melted chocolate into a parchment paper cone. Then using the melted chocolate, pipe out a central ridge around the body of the love bug like this. And then place the head of the love bug. The melted chocolate will secure it in place once it sets. Now it's time to add the hearts. So using some water and a paintbrush, place dots of water wherever you want to stick the heart. And then stick them in any pattern you wish. I'm mixing in black and pink. And your love bug is looking super adorable. Look how pretty it is. Now this is a completely optional step, but just for the look I decided to add some grated coconut dyed green around the love bug to imitate grass. Just spread a thin layer of jam wherever you want the grass to stick, and then sprinkle the coconut. Tap off the board to remove the excess coconut, and the love bud just pops against the green grass. Time to show you what the inside looks like. Look at that gorgeous layers. The chocolate mousse, the strawberry jelly and the cake base would just taste amazing together. I hope you give this dessert a try and you surprise your loved ones with this delicious treat. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe to my channel for awesome desserts every week. Leave me a comment for any video requests that you have, and don't forget to follow me on Instagram to get behind the scenes. Happy Valentine's Day and see you again. Bye bye.